everybody. I'm the uncle.
Carmichael.
And I just want to say, first of all, that yesterday Donald Trump sent a letter to the Massapequa High School that they should keep the name Chiefs, and he's going to fight for them. So I support our Massapequa Chiefs. Okay, so we're about 3 weeks into the season, almost 4 weeks into the season.
About a month, yeah.
Mets are doing great. Yankees are doing good. Bill Tarrio's Bo Sox are doing very good. And so we have some surprises and some things we expected this year. Let's start with his New York Mets. Boy, oh boy.
Sitting at a nice 17-7 record right now.
Yeah, they are.
And you know, that sounds awesome, but baseball's a marathon. It's not a sprint.
Right.
17-7 could quickly turn into 17-12 if they go on a cold streak. So you got to keep it up. You know, for the fans out there, their team's doing really well. Hey, good for you. I'm one of them. Don't just ride the highs. You know, understand it's a long season. And for the teams out there that are not doing so well, it could always turn around. Unless you're a White Sox fan, then you might be stuck. But
who's going to lose more games, the White Sox or the Rockies?
That's a good question.
Rockies are in a tough division.
Rockies are in a very tough... I think the Rockies are definitely in a stronger division, so I think the Rockies will. But I don't think they're going to be 2024 White Sox bad. I don't think they're going to set that record.
Oh. Anyway, so we've got your New York Mets, who are playing terrific, and half the team isn't hitting yet, and they're still playing terrific. Soto is... he makes a remark that when your team is going good, and he says, you know, he talks about Judge hitting behind him and how he misses Judge. What the hell is that? Especially when Alonso's off to a great start. What'd you think about that?
Yeah, I agree. And look, Pete Alonso's not Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge is the best player in Major League Baseball.
Yes, best hitter.
Not named Shohei Ohtani, probably. But, you know, Pete Alonso is an outstanding hitter. He has the National League lead in RBIs right now.
Yeah.
He just hits OPS over 1,000. Look, if Pete was slumping and he was doing bad, you know, the power numbers aren't there, not really driving guys in, then I still wouldn't even say anything if I'm Juan Soto. This is your first year on a long, long contract with the team. It's not a good look for the locker room.
100%. I mean, things are going so well. The team is doing so well that pitching is so good. The pitching, which I was concerned about, especially when Manaea went out.
Yep.
I mean, I always liked McGill. I never thought he was going to be this good. And you're right, it's a small sample size, but he's been real good. As have a lot of the pitchers, and the bullpen's been terrific as well.
Except Edwin Diaz.
Well,
his ERA is over 6 right now.
I know. But you know how relievers are. Good year, bad year, good year, bad year. So, but anyway, the Mets are looking great. The Phillies, who I like to win that division, man, that bullpen they have is bad. They better get some pieces for that bullpen. I think 4 of the top 5 relievers have had a horrible start to the season. I think they've blown more leads than any other team in baseball. Yeah. And that's really frustrating for a team, right? You know, you go all game, you got a lead, and 9th inning you blow it, or 8th inning you blow it. That's it's disheartening to a team.
It really is, and their rotation is really, really good too.
That's why I love them.
You have Zach Wheeler, you have Aaron Nola. Look, Aaron Nola's been struggling this year, but he's a good pitcher. You know, I really think he'll figure it out. Luzardo, Christopher Sanchez. I mean, you have guys that are gonna really put in work for you. If they go 7 innings for you, you know, limit that bullpen's activity in the game. That's a good recipe for success. But you know, that's not realistic to ask every single start. So, like you just mentioned, that bullpen will be a problem. It
will be, and you know, maybe some of them turn it around. Maybe they got some guys in the minors. Maybe they make a deal, but they've got to do something with that bullpen. Yeah. If it stays this way for another month, I think they're going to need to do something. And their window, Philly's window, is closing. You know, Schwarber's a free agent after this year, and that's a big blow for them.
Realmuto's getting old.
Realmuto's, this is his walk year as well. So Realmuto and Schwarber are playing out their options this year. So that window's closing, so they need to do something. But I love their rotation. So we'll see. We'll see how that turns out. Out west, you got 4 teams deep. These guys are playing.
Yeah.
The Giants don't know they're supposed to lose, man. they got Wilmer Flores. When is he going to get old? I mean,
yeah, right.
He's off to a scalding start.
He's been playing really well. I had to pick him up on my fantasy team, you know.
I know. Andy Javetsky is going crazy, thinking that this is the year for the Giants. And you know what? Could be. I mean, was it 3 or 4 years ago? I kept waiting for them to fall, and they didn't. They won 107 games that year.
Yeah, I mean, look, baseball's a funny game. Anything could happen.
Yeah.
But, you know, I think obviously LA would be the favorite there. They're just too good not to be.
I mean, when they get healthy and Shohei starts pitching and Kershaw comes back, I think they'll be the best team. But you got to give it to San Diego. And let me tell you something. Those Diamondbacks are good.
They are.
They're good. And they're starting to come back now, and they're going to be in it all the way. So, I mean, those 4 teams, they're good. And unfortunately, the Rockies got to play all 4 of them. So that'll be interesting to see how that happens. In your Cubbies, you like the Cubbies? They're doing well?
I do. I like the Cubs. I think the addition of Kyle Tucker was huge for them.
What a player he is.
You know, they lost Justin Steele for the whole year. That's gonna be a hit.
Yeah.
You know, that definitely is gonna be a hit.
Yeah.
But they're really good. I mean, you got Dansby Swanson, who's one of probably the best defensive shortstop in baseball. He's not an average guy, but he's driving in a lot of RBIs for them. You know, you could get production from guys like that. That's a good.
They've been getting production from everybody. I think they're number 1 run scored. So you know they're doing really well. Long season. They got a good manager, and they've got a talented club.
Yeah.
Their bullpen is not great. They give up a lot of runs in that bullpen, and so that may be something to be addressed as well. Pitching is very expensive when you get to the trade deadline. But we'll see. Teams are desperate. They think they're 1 relief pitcher away.
They're going to be
they
buyers
overpay.
Too.
Yeah, they overpay.
I think so.
So what else we have in baseball?
Let's head to the American League.
Okay.
The AL East. You know, when we did our preseason predictions.
I like those
couple months
Bilterio
ago,
Bo Sox.
I was very high on the Boston Red Sox,
and
you know, I think the way they've been playing, it shows they're going to be there. They're going to compete.
Yeah.
You know, the Yankees are probably still the favorite to win the division. You know, you're getting really bad performances from the Baltimore Orioles, who, like you mentioned, there's a lot of young guys on that team. They're not seasoned yet.
Right.
Give them a couple of years, maybe. But right now, I think I might have been a little overzealous putting them to win be a top 2 team in that division. But, you know, Tampa Bay Rays, not a good team. The Yankees and Red Sox are just going to beat up on the other 3 teams in that division.
Well,
I think.
You know, I think Tampa's better than we think they are. They always are better than we think we are, you know? I mean, so I'm not ready to write them off yet, but I am happy about the Red Sox turning it around after the last 4 years. I think they finished last 3 out of 4 years. And they weren't spending, and they didn't look good. So I know my friend in Arizona, Bill Tario, is very happy to hear about that. He's a Bo Sox from Boston, Bo Sox fan through and through.
Whenever you pick up a guy like Garrett Crochet in the offseason, you know, that changes a rotation.
Yeah.
He's an ace.
Yep.
He got paid, and he's pitching like it, too, you know. Christian Campbell, their second baseman. Defense isn't great right now, but, you know, at second base, if he's hitting the way he is, that's not so much of an issue. Willie Abreu, who I was very high on when we were texting about him one time.
Right.
You got him. Roman Anthony will be up soon. And you have Jarren Duran playing in an outstanding left field there, too.
Roman Anthony's the number 1 prospect in all of baseball. Listen, they've got talent. They've got talent. And you know what? That American League, if they get hot and some of those kids mature a little bit quicker, they can win that thing. They can win the American League. There's no monsters in the American League. You know, I just watched Texas play a series, and they just don't look great. They just don't look great. And Seager went on the injured list.
Yeah.
And that's their heart. So anyway, so that's it. What else we got?
That was the East. Let's cover the West quick. First off, I'm sorry for being so high on the Minnesota Twins in our season.
Apology accepted.
I really thought they were going to be a good baseball team, and it just watching them play against the Mets last week, they're just not that great.
Two teams you can't pick. You can't pick Minnesota. You can't pick Kansas City. Can't do it because they will break your heart every time.
Yeah.
That's the end of it. Okay.
And they're just not a good team. That's just that whole division is I think Cleveland's going to end up winning it.
You know, I'm watching them recently, and they've got a lot of talent. They've got some good young hitters, and this kid, Gavin Williams.
Yeah.
He's got ace stuff. I mean, he's big, he's strong, he throws 98, 99. He's got a good breaking ball. This kid's electric. You're going to hear a lot about him in the years to come. So, I like Cleveland as well. They're a good team. They're a good team.
Very good team.
And in the National League Central, I know you like the Cubbies. I like Milwaukee. Cubs are good. They're good. Good manager, good team. They got a chance to make some noise. I think they're going to get hurt with their pitching, especially the bullpen, but their starting pitching as well. I don't think it's as good as they need it to be. That's just the way I feel. I don't know what your thoughts are.
I think you're right. You know, it's tough to make a deep postseason run without pitching depth.
Yeah.
You saw with the Dodgers last year, they had
2.5 starting pitches left. Yeah.
They had arms whenever they needed it. They had Jack Flaherty in the bullpen if they needed him there. They had Walker Buehler in the bullpen.
But they had to get Flaherty at the trade deadline. They had all their other starting pitches went down.
Yeah.
They wound up winning with 2.5 starting pitches. I say half because of Buehler. You know, Buehler didn't have a good season, and they were limiting his innings. And he just put it together at the end, where he was starting to feel good. But other than that, they had a deal for Flaherty. They don't win without Flaherty. And they had Yamamoto. Everybody else was hurt. They had a good throw bullpen games in the World Series, for crying out loud. So, yeah. That's...
Yeah. Just one other thing I wanted to talk about was some rookies that have been really making a spark. Jacob Wilson, the athletic shortstop. I mean, this guy's a player. He really is. I think he's probably my pick to win American League Rookie of the Year. The dude's batting .340 and doesn't strike out. He's a prototypical contact hitter. You know, he's a stud playing great defense too. I'm really high on that kid.
Yeah, I mean, A's got a lot of good young players.
Yeah.
You know, I remember last year, those kids can rake. They can hit the ball, man. Yeah. So they may surprise some people. And by the time they get out of that little ballpark in Sacramento and get to Las Vegas, they may be spending a little bit of money, and they may be a force to be reckoned with.
The move to Vegas could really shape that organization.
It can.
Their future.
It can. If they spend.
Yeah.
If they spend. But, okay. Anything else? The only other thing is this. My partner here is a very handsome man, as you can tell. That mustache doesn't help him.
We disagree.
I wish you would write in and make a comment on how we should get rid of that mustache.
Let us know what you think in the comments, please, because he's telling me he doesn't like it. I'm having other people tell me that they really do like it.
These mystery people. No, come on. No good.
No, they're real people. They're real people. I personally like it very much. Look, you are an old school Italian guy, right? So I get you like the clean shaven look.
No, I had a mustache most of my life. But it complimented my face, not that.
I think
I'm the uncle.
I think it compliments me very well. I'm the
He's
carb
the carb
uncle.
We'll see you next time without the mustache.